Hey guys, it's Mr. Brown. I don't totally know why people start YouTube videos that way by telling you who it is. You can see me. You know who it is. I hope that you guys have enjoyed our first PBL unit, working with paper airplanes and developing a more effective design for your paper airplanes. I hope that it's gotten you a better idea of what PBL is and how it works. The whole approach is much more about process than it is about product. So what I mean by that is ultimately we're not grading you on whether you made the greatest paper airplane in the whole world. What we want to grade you on is whether or not you were able to throw that airplane, reflect on how it flew, make some changes that you thought might better the airplane, make the airplane fly better, and then reflect on those and, maybe come up with some hypotheses as to why it did or didn't work or things that you could do. It's all about trying to make the best thing that you can make, which is cool because I think that it applies to just about anything you're ever going to do. I don't care what you do for a living, you always want to be able to look at the work you've done, reflect on it, and do better work the next time. So those are the big things that we're going to carry forward into our next PBL unit. Our next PBL project is going to involve teaching some sort of technology to an older adult that doesn't already know how to use it. So you're going to be looking for skills that you have or things you know how to do that you think could benefit an adult in your life if they knew how to do it. So the first thing that I want to do as we start this process and as we kind of start thinking, man, what could I teach to an older adult? I want you guys to try learning from an older adult. What I want you to do for that today, through the weekend, you've got until Monday to complete this, I want you to ask an adult to teach you some skill, something you don't already know how to do that they do know how to do. It could be anything from doing laundry to putting air in a tire, how to cook a really simple meal that you don't already know. I mean, it can be literally anything that they know how to do that you aren't so familiar with. As you're learning from them, I want you to try to pay attention to how they try to teach you. That's going to really show you how their minds work, how they think that people learn best, because that's probably how they learn best. Really want you guys to focus on tips that the adult throws out to you. Maybe something that they've messed up when they were trying to learn how to do this, or things that they think people commonly mess up or fail to understand. I want you guys to think about the questions that you have when you're done, things that the adult assumed you knew or assumed that you picked up on, but you were like, actually, no, I missed that part, or I didn't have that background to understand that. I think these are things that, as we get into your project next week, will lead to a best approach to teaching that adult. All you need to do, you'll find it in the assignment, you need to be learning a skill from an adult and just sort of documenting that process, okay? With that said, I totally understand that some of your parents are super busy right now. I know my wife is crazy frantic with work. If we had kids, there's no way she would be able to help us. So if your parents are super, unavailable for whatever totally respectable reason, myself and some other teachers are going to be holding Zoom meetings where we're going to teach you guys a skill. So if you don't have a means to learn something from an adult, just log on at any of the scheduled times that you should find in this assignment and learn a skill from one of us. Mr. Kloiber on Sunday will be teaching people how to make fried eggs and toast. I will be teaching people how to do laundry. I typically just throw my clothes in the bin with the soap pod and then I press the button and then it does it. I promise though to do a more involved laundry lesson for those of you that actually have nice clothes and care what they look like or whatever. It'll be live. You can raise your hand, ask questions, chime in, see things that I'm not doing a good enough job of explaining. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out either by email or Google Hangouts. I think has been really awesome for those of you that are using it. Even if I'm not on my computer, it pops up on my phone. So I think if you talk to anybody, I've been replying really quickly on there. You don't have to get on a web call and look at my face. I know that's awkward. You can just chat with me on there. We can work through any issues you have pretty quickly. Email's fine too. If you want to do a face-to-face, by all means, no judgment. I'm happy to do it. Just let me know and we can set up a time. Yeah. Otherwise, have an awesome weekend, guys.